Welcome, first grade teachers. In this video, we will use the CRA approach to help students understand how to determine 10 more and 10 less of any given number. The focus will be TEKS 1.5c. Before we dive into the strategies, let's discuss a common misconception students may have. Some students may think when increasing or decreasing a number by a multiple of 10, the tens place is increasing or decreasing by 1, rather than understanding that a change of 1 in the tens place means a change by one group of 10. This misconception stems from a misunderstanding of place value and the concept of groups of 10. Let's take the number 32 as an example. Some students with this misconception might believe that if you increase it by 10, you get 42 because they think that the tens place increases by 1. Similarly, they might think that if you decrease it by 10, you get 22 because they assume the tens place decreases by 1. In reality, when you increase 32 by 10, you get 42 because you're adding one group of 10 to the number. And when you decrease it by 10, you get 22 because you're subtracting one group of 10 from the number. So the change isn't by 1 in the tens place, but rather by 10. An important academic term to explicitly teach is the word digit. To determine 10 more or 10 less, students need to understand the significance of digits in different place values. Teaching the word digit reinforces the idea that each digit's position in a number determines its value. For instance, in the number 32, 3 is a digit in the tens place, and 2 is a digit in the ones place. Teaching them a strong vocabulary will help them understand the objective. Another important academic term to explicitly teach is the word place value, because without an understanding of place value, students may resort to rote memorization or simply adding or subtracting 10 without fully comprehending why. Teaching place value helps students perform these operations accurately and confidently because they recognize that changing the tens place has a different impact than changing the ones place. During the concrete stage, students will need a number relationships mat and base 10 blocks. The concrete stage will help students understand the difference between increasing by tens and increasing by ones. Utilizing a number relationship mat helps students strengthen their understanding of place value, allowing them to compose and decompose numbers in a guided space. Students can use base 10 blocks during the concrete stage. They begin by composing the given number. Students then begin to determine what 10 more is of the given number and what 10 less is of a given number. Number relationships mat is a valuable tool that supports students' understanding of 10 more and 10 less. It offers visual and hands-on learning opportunities, reinforces place value understanding, aids error detection and correction, and lays a foundation for more advanced math concepts. Transitioning to the representational stage, one effective strategy for teaching the concept of 10 more and 10 less is utilizing a hundreds chart. A hundreds chart reinforces the concept of place value. Students can easily see how changing the tens place affects the number when determining 10 more or 10 less. Explicitly model to students how to navigate a hundreds chart when determining 10 more than a given number. They can observe that as they move down on the hundreds chart, the digit in the tens place changes because they are adding 10. If needed, students can also utilize base 10 blocks simultaneously to establish connections between both representations. The same strategy applies when determining 10 less. Explicitly model to students how to navigate a hundreds chart. They can observe that as they move up on the hundreds chart, the digit in the tens place changes because they are subtracting 10. Again, if needed, students can continue to utilize base 10 blocks simultaneously to establish connections between both representations. Finally, the abstract stage. For this stage, students can still utilize a recognizing number relationships mat. This mat reinforces the hundreds chart strategy. Continue to emphasize the place value change. Students need to complete the mat to understand the concept and make the necessary comparisons. This concludes the explanation of the concrete and representational stages of the CRA progression for determining 10 more and 10 less.